good afternoon, and welcome to another wonderful Motivation Monday here at Unfeigned Faith Ministries. Of course, my name is Deacon Irons, and of course, we're led by our wonderful minister, Minister Lee Rodman, and our fantastic First Lady Minister Lakeisha Rodman. I got a good one for y'all today. Okay, I think a lot of us out here needs to hear this one for today. So the title of this Motivation Monday, or this week's Motivation Monday, is God never subtracts without multiplying. Now, what does that mean? We all go through growth, right? Now, let's think of a tree. When a tree grows, and you got all these branches and stuff on it, sometimes it's important that we trim those trees, trim off some of the dead limbs or diseased limbs so that tree could grow and flourish even better than before, right? So that's the same thing God does with us. So there's a few points I want to talk about tonight. I'm doing things a little bit different sometimes. So the first point is pruning prepares for growth, right? Now in John 15:2, he cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit. And we know if you go back, you know why God did that. While every branch does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. So again, sometimes God removes things from our lives, not to really punish us, right? But to prepare us for greater fulfillment. Pruning may feel like subtraction, right? Because you're taking something away, but it's actually a multiplication in progress. So if you think of how God operates, then you know that when He takes something away, He's going to bless us with something even more abundantly. I know a lot of people think it might be a punishment. Now think about some of the things that surround you that uh, I got things rolling in my head, but things around you that you cut away, right? As we grow older, right, just like a tree, as we grow older, when we were young, we had all our friends and everything else surrounding us, right? But as we grow older and wiser, we start to trim away some of those friends that we hung out with, right? Good or bad, we trim away some of them. And I know it's difficult. So you have to surrender so that could lead to more abundance, okay? Again, always with scripture, give and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, run it over. As you know, that's what's in Luke 6:38. When we give up something for good, time, resource, or comfort, God returns it in ways that we can't even imagine. He blesses us with even more. So I heard a phrase that says, God's math is never lost. It always overflows. So again, you just have to think about it in a positive light. Become much more in God's hand, right? Um, what looked like it's not enough in our hands become more than enough in God's hand. He multiplies whatever we surrender. So when we give something up or something is taken away from us um, by God, He's going to turn around and let it become even bigger, right? Um, the little things become even greater when we put it in God's hand. Uh, I know there's a lot of sayings and things out there like that. So just like if you think about when He took the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and fed a multitude, right? They all ate and were satisfied and still have more left over, right? So imagine when we go out and we try to uh, feed, feed a multitude with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. To us, it's not gonna last, right? But within God's hand, you can see the miracle and the works that it presented. Okay, so we know loss can be difficult, right? So loss can be a setup for increase no matter what it is. Again, in Romans 8:28, and we know that all things, and remember, and we know that all things God works for the good of those who love Him. So when you love God and we lose things and we experience loss, God is working behind the scenes for us, right, to bring about something even better. What feels like subtraction to us is often a divine setup for multiplication. And that's how we have to look at it. We can't always just look at it negatively, right? Now, we always got to tie back to faith, right? Faithfulness in small amounts will unlock more. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. And we know that's in Matthew 25:21. God watches how we handle the little things, right? When we are faithful, He multiplies uh, our influences, the impact, and of course, the blessings that we all sustain. So I want you all out there tonight, um, just ask yourself, what is something God has removed or asked you to release? And how might it be prepared or preparing you to be multiplied, right? So again, I know we're all going through some losses, and we've lost loved ones and we've lost things. But again, it's all about preparing ourselves for that increase. Um, don't take it as a negative. Don't take it bad. And yes, even when people in our lives, or we cut people off in our lives, trim the fat, trim those limbs, just uh, we're just preparing ourselves, and God does the same thing for us, for us as well. He will remove individuals from around us that is not allowing us to grow and to be better. All right, we got to think of it that way as well. Okay. So again, just remember, God doesn't take nothing unless He plans on multiplying it. Okay. So again, my title for this week is God never subtracts without multiplying. And no matter what God takes away from you or whatever loss you have, just know that God's preparing to multiply and bless you in more abundance. Okay. So again, as always, we're not here long. We're just here to motivate you, and that's a good reminder and thing for you this week. God never subtracts without multiplying. Okay. As always, my name is Deacon Irons here at Unfeigned Faith Ministries, where we never like to leave you nor depart your side without continuing to encourage you and always reminding you that until next time, hold on to your faith. You all have a fantastic, blessed, and an awesome week out there. And please, please be safe.